John said that as soon as I talk, you'll know why you're here. Have a great Elmer Fudd imitation that I was going to start with. It's great to be here in Pittsburgh and great to share in your celebration of one body, one mission. It's a great text that has an exciting vision of the church we want to be in the 21st century and some very practical ways of how to do that. And I can tell you that people around the country are using that document for their parish councils. So kudos to all of you for your part in building that document and sharing that in your parishes. What I want to do tonight is talk about the changes that are going on in the Catholic Church, the parishes that we are becoming, and what implications that is likely to have on your role as parish pastoral council members. The church is changing dramatically. Catholics are changing dramatically, even as we speak. Before I do that, I want to say a few words about parish pastoral council. It's a little shifting of language that is going on from parish council to parish pastoral council. And that significant is very important for what you're about and what the church expects of you. By inserting that word, pastoral, in the middle of parish and council, the church is telling you two things: what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it. It's telling you what you're supposed to do by saying that your attention as council members is to be on the art of pastoring. You're supposed to give counsel on the task of pastoring. And not just the pastoring that goes on by the pastor, but all that great pastoring that goes on by the people of God. To be involved in the exciting work of ministry today. To be involved in evangelization. You're going to hear a lot of words over the next few years about evangelization and new evangelization. Part of your work is to look at your parish and begin to ask the question, are we ready for evangelizing this generation and the next generation of Catholics? Evangelization is one of those words that can make your eyes roll. What does it mean? The church has a definition. Evangelization has 5 elements. It means presence and witness, liturgy, contemplation, prayer, proclamation, catechesis, human development and social justice, and interreligious dialogue. In order to be an evangelizing community, in order to step up to the plate and say, we are an evangelizing parish, you have to be doing all 5 excellently. Presence and witness. If your parish went out of existence, would anybody notice? What witness do you give? What image of yourself do you give as a people of God in that neighborhood? Is it something worthwhile? If you took somebody from the neighborhood who, is not a member of your community and asked them, give me a picture of our community of faith, do you think you'd be proud of it? Presence and witness is a very important part of the way that we evangelize. Liturgy, prayer, and contemplation. Nancy Ackerman is a researcher at Boston College, and she says that we have to do in parishes 2 things excellently. 2 basic things that we have to do exceptionally well. It's not bingo. It's not even taking up the collection. The 2 things that we have to get right every week. We have to do liturgy excellently. That's our bread and butter. No slipping, no sliding. Our liturgies have to be of superior performance. And I mean that in the best sense theologically. The second thing that we have to do excellently, what do you think? Pray. Community. Actually, it's educate the next generation well. Because if you don't have a next generation, you're not going to be able to pray well. And only by having the whole body of Christ there do you pray well. And unfortunately, one of the things that we're struggling with today is the reality that only 20% of children who go to CCD go to church on any regular basis. Less than 40% of children who spend thousands of dollars in tuition going to Catholic schools and Catholic high schools, less than 40% of them go to church on any regular basis. This is not good on so many levels. It's not good for our present, because the whole body of Christ is not together. But it's also not good for us in terms of our future. We need to come together as parish council members and ask ourselves, and you're the ones who have to do this, what are we going to do about this severe problem in the Catholic Church today? Don't look around to anybody else. Don't sit there and say, gee, I wonder what Father's going to do about it. The Parish Pastoral Council is that body who has its eyes on the horizon. Your job is not the present, and it's not holding on to the past. It's looking to the future. You have two jobs, really, because you live in two time periods. The Church has two time periods, Traditio and Adventum. See, I know Latin. Went to school. Traditio meaning that we as parish pastoral council members hold on, cherish, and pass on the heritage of our faith. We're not afraid of the past. We cherish the heritage of Christianity and Catholicism. But we are also Adventum. God comes to us not only from the past, but God comes to us in the future. God, who is the one who says, I make all things new. And the people in the parish who are the icons of that Jesus who comes to us from the future is the Parish Pastoral Council. That's you. You have your eyes on the horizon, seeing where Jesus is challenging us from the future and helping to bring the community of faith blessedly into that future. So in order to do that, we have to ask the question tonight is, how is the Catholic Church changing?